All right. This is Travel Guru VT coming back at you with our season finale, episode 6 recap of Aruba. Please do me the biggest favor in the world and like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing you more content like this from around the world. All right, let's get right into it. Aruba was one of the best trips I've ever done, period, in my life, and also one of the best flight deals trips that I've ever done. So let's go ahead and get into the basics of it. All right, this was an elevated flight deals trip. This wasn't one of the usual, so it was me and my wife went on this one. It was we used United Airlines. We used miles and cash for this deal. So it was, I believe, 112,000 miles round trip for both of us combined. 112,000 miles, and I think it was roughly around 400 and some dollars with taxes and fees, and there was one segment that we had to upgrade to first class. Most of the trip was first class, as booked with just the points, but to add that other missing segment that wasn't first class, or to upgrade it, not add it, it took the total to 496 and change, I want to say. So roughly $500 and 112,000 miles. We flew first class both ways to from Burlington Vermont Airport to Aruba and back. Now, like I said, this was an elevated flight deals trip. Those that know how to work cards and points and miles and things like that, you would have definitely gotten your value for this trip. If you weren't using miles, the cash price at the time of booking this trip was roughly, I want to say, $312 per person round trip if you did economy both ways. But yeah, it was a great trip. First class, you get your meal on the flight, unlimited alcohol, your warm mixed nuts, your takeoff drink, just a great experience overall. I've done first class a few times, but this one was really nice doing an international first class flight. So I'll go ahead and get into the basics of the trip. So you land in Aruba. It is super easy to get through customs, security, border patrol, whatever you want to call them. Get off the plane. We were literally past the passport control, border patrol, whatever you want to call it. We were off the plane and into Aruba, outside in less than 10 minutes. That was great. And that was with picking up luggage as well. Super quick process. I love it. That aspect alone would make me want to go back again. It wasn't, a long line like if you're going to, say, Cancun or something, and you get off the plane and walk that long haul and you still got 40 minutes to wait, before you get in the country. But excuse me. The it was easy to get in the country, and it was sorry, I'm blowing excuse me, I'm drawing blanks here, but easy to get in the country. So we get outside. Usually I will typically, try to book at a place that has a free airport shuttle. But due to how, close to takeoff this trip was booked, roughly 30 days or a little less, the prices weren't, flight deal worthy. So we ended up booking a 1-bedroom suite at the Aruba Kuku residence. And that only ran $112 a night. So like roughly $335 and change with tax for 3 nights, 4 days. And we didn't have free airport transportation, so we did have to take a cab. And I will say this, if you don't plan on renting a car in Aruba, you should, especially if you're staying outside of the hotel zone. But the cab was like $40, and that was roughly a 15-20 minute ride from the airport to where we stayed at. Excuse me. This property, Aruba Kuku residence, is in the West Punt section of the island, north of the hotel zone and the capital, Oranjestad. But the place was private. This is their low season. I guess May to September, October is their low season or slow season. So the property has, I believe, 8 units. They have a couple studio units, 1-bedroom units, and a 2-bedroom unit. So we had a 1 bedroom unit, and we had the whole place to ourselves the whole time, which was awesome. They have a nice infinity pool out back, so you can sit back, relax. And there's some cacti right there, sitting right by the infinity end of the pool. So, nice backdrop. You're just sitting around chilling. Very peaceful. It was in a nice neighborhood. Lots of nice houses and things like that. Just a nice, quiet, chill area. And there's footage up on the channel right now of a lot of the things that we did and saw in Aruba, and there's more footage on the way. So definitely check out that footage if you haven't already. We have shorts and videos up. But the place was nice. I ended up booking it through the Expedia link on www.travelguruvt.com. And I'm also a gold member with Expedia, so that entitled us to the room upgrade and a free bottle of wine at check-in, which was amazing. And another awesome thing about that particular place, a lot of places you go, they put the hold on your card, for whatever dollar amount. There was no hold on the card. We just prepaid before we got there for the room, and that was it. So I did a little research, but apparently I didn't do enough research. I figured we'd be able to take buses and cabs around to all the places we wanted to go and things we wanted to do. But upon getting there and speaking to the manager of the property, and she's a 60-year-old local. Shout out Ursula Soraya, you were amazing. You came through clutch for us. We really appreciate it. But upon talking to her, we found out that yeah, the buses, just the bus stop was like a 5-minute walk from the house, but the bus wasn't reliable. And online it said every 20 minutes a bus should come by, but it didn't. We didn't go out there and wait. She had told us it just wasn't reliable and whatnot, and we didn't rent a car. We had all these places we wanted to go and things we wanted to do. So she called up one of her contacts and got us a car, there at 5:30 a.m. the next morning. And it was only $35 a day. She really looked out for us. So shout out to her for that. But she had the rental car delivered, $35 cash, no cards, none of that stuff. Everything went great. The first night we were there, we arrived in Aruba around 3-ish in the afternoon, took the cab to the place, got settled in, relaxed, took a quick swim, just to cool off, because the sun is brutal out there. So definitely, if you go, bring a check bag and bring plenty of suntan lotion. I'm sorry, not suntan lotion, sunscreen lotion. So pro tip right there, bring it because it's very expensive on the island. But so after, we got there, put our stuff down, changed, got in the pool a little bit, starting to get hungry. And they had some delivery options around there, your typical, things, Domino's and a few other places. But I was like, the grocery store was a 12-minute walk down the road. So I'm like, let's go check it out, see what they have. So we did that, and it was a nice grocery store. It was Chinese ran, and on the tour that I'll get to later on, the gentleman told us, that most of the grocery stores on the island are owned by Chinese. But they had a very good selection of fresh fruits, meats, cheeses, vegetables, your typical boxed and canned stuff. And they had a liquor section as well, and an odds and ends section, for household items and, things of that nature. So, we went there, got some good stuff to eat and drink that night. And, first night was great. The room, there's going to be a video going up about the room itself, but, it was a 1-bedroom, king bed. Room comes with a dresser, TV in the bedroom, a couch in the bedroom. I guess a 3/4 bathroom is what we'd call it in the US. There's a sink, toilet, and shower. A nice ceramic shower. It was pretty cool how they had it set up. And then you go into the next room of the place, and I guess you would call it like a kitchen, dining room, living room combo. There was a nice big TV, probably a 50-inch, another couch, kitchen table with a few chairs, I believe 3, and fridge, stovetop, microwave, dishes, everything you need, to be comfortable where you at. So first night was great. That morning we get up, we have the car, so we go to Arashi Beach, beautiful, beautiful beach, nice blue waters. We hung out there, shot some footage, got in the water, just enjoyed ourselves. Watching the birds dive into the water beak first, that was, a pretty funny sight first thing in the morning. Arashi Beach is pretty chill, and that's one of the beaches that has some decent snorkeling. And there's another beach, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, that's a little further up, but that one has, I guess, what people call the best snorkeling on the island. So we did that, and it gets hot early there. Like, I think we got to the beach around 8 o'clock, and by 9 something, it was already cooking outside, and the beach was, filling up fast. So we did that. Um, One of the places we visited that day, we went to. I was excited for this restaurant. I had heard about it before from a different YouTuber. Let's Go with Hyro. Shout out to him for all the great tips. So we went to El Shalon for a lunch, and Aruba, lunch is like the biggest meal of the day for most people. So we got some really good stuff there. That video is up as well. Check out the El Shalon review, part 1 and part 2. Excellent. Halea mixta is basically like a tower of fried seafood on a bed of French fries with I guess I'll call it a Peruvian salsa for lack of a better term, but it was amazing, very picturesque, very flavorful, very filling. And we also got one of the lunch specials, and that was a Peruvian chicken leg quarter with some seasoned green rice and vegetables, and that came with I believe a beef lentil stew or soup, and it came with a little dessert as well. And that was, everything was a 10 there. We also got a whiskey sour and a passion fruit sour, and those were amazing. Nice, big, healthy drinks, and the price was amazing. Like, I think the total for everything was maybe $60 USD, which is about $100 in florin. So, it was a great filling meal. We could have easily, took some home, but I was like, we have things to do. So, and we were hungry, so we just ate it all up. It was great. Um, so we did that. Then we went exploring downtown, hit the little shops by the cruise port. They had a lot of great merchandise down there. Everything from magnets to hoodies, shirts, clocks, rugs, pretty much anything you could think of. They had it down there, and prices starting as low as $1 too. So you could, definitely get some cheap trinkets or some pricey stuff while you're down there too, to memorize your trip. So we did that. I think we went back. Actually, we stopped at a McDonald's. There's footage up of that as well, just to see what kind of stuff that they have there versus here. And they had a strawberry cheesecake McFlurry, and it sounded amazing. So went in, wanted to get that. And the lady told me they were out of the strawberry topping, but she was really cool. I originally asked for a frappe before that, but she said they don't have the frappes in Aruba, and I was like the second or third person that day to come in and ask for one. But so I ended up getting the cheesecake frappe, but since they didn't have the strawberry topping, we ended up going with caramel, and it worked. It was amazing. And since they didn't have a frappe, she recommended a ice cold latte, and that was very tasty as well. So shouts out to her. That was amazing. There's footage up about that. Went back to the hotel Verbo, whatever you want to call it. Aruba Kuku Residence is the official name of the place. Had some more alcohol time, pool time, just relax and really enjoyed ourselves, and went out again later in the day. Decided to we went down to, I believe, the Surfside Beach area, and we went down there. It's a place where the locals drink and eat, at night. There's a lot of little bars and cafes and restaurants right there by the beach. So we had some excellent pistachios, one chicken, one beef, I believe. And pistachios, you can think of them as like an empanada basically. And, they're very filling, very cheap, only like $3 a pop. So we had some of those with some mixed drinks, and those were great as well. And the mixed drinks didn't cost that much. When you go to the places where the locals go to drink and eat, like, the prices were really comparable to home, if not better, in my personal opinion. So did that night. Took some more footage and pictures around the island. Just an overall great time. Next day, get up. We went on the one Aruba tours. It's their full island tour. There's a short up with footage from the murals part of the tour, but definitely check them out. There's a link in the comments on that short and video. If you want to do that tour when you're in Aruba, it was very, very cost effective. I guess we just went at the right time. The tour is typically, I believe, about $60 a person. Takes about 4 to 5 hours, but I guess since we were booking last minute and maybe they just wanted to fill seats and keep the tour going, we ended up getting it for $44 a person, which was awesome. We got to see so much stuff on the island and didn't have to drive. We just got to relax, and the tour guide was very knowledgeable. Shout outs to him. I can't remember your name right now because my mind's going 1,000 miles an hour, but he's awesome, and I got contact information for him. So, we're gonna definitely do something else the next time we go to Aruba. But we hit a bunch of places on that tour. We hit Boca, I think it was Boca Katina Beach, Arashi Beach, the California Lighthouse, the Balashi Gold Mill Ruins, the Karabashi Rock Formations. He took us to a market, roughly like 3/4 away through the trip. That another grocery store that had some odds and ends if we wanted to pick stuff up along the trip for the rest of it. And when we went to the rock formations, they have a like a little food stand and bar there. So if you want to buy drinks, pistachios, egg rolls, they have that kind of stuff there. Had one of the best egg rolls of our lives there. It was $4. This huge egg roll, so flavorful, so delicious. So if you do take that tour or just go to the rock formations in general, get the egg rolls if you go up to the food and drink stand. Like, it is definitely worth the money. They had pistachios there, cheese sticks, huge cheese sticks, with a nice sharp cheddar in them, very tasty as well. And I will warn you that the drinks are pricey there, but so plan accordingly. The tour guide does offer bottled water on the trip, and we bought some bottled water as well, but we ran out. The sun drains you fast in Aruba, so plan accordingly. We did the rock formations, the Gold Mill ruins. We went to the Natural Bridge area. That was beautiful. That's like the north side of the island. So, that's one of the parts of the island's pro tip. Do not swim on the north side of the island. Those waves are very treacherous and unforgiving, but very beautiful. So, you want to stick your feet in and get wet at the edge, cool, but do not go out there and try to swim. It will not work out for you, I promise. And so after that, he took us to San Nicolas, where they have a lot of the murals, and he was he talks about the places that we pass along the way in addition to the places that we're headed to. He was telling us that part of the island, there's not a lot of work there, so they're building a huge mega hotel to so people on that side of the island can have a closer place to work, and so that they can bring some business to that part of the island as well. And while we were doing the murals part of the tour, he was telling us Aruba brings in artists from all over the world every year to paint it up. So once it's all said and done and that big hotel is open, the area is going to be like transformed 1,000%. It already looks great as is, but I can see the vision that they have for that area, so it's just going to be amazing. But tons of good stuff on that tour. We also went by Manjel Halto Beach, another beautiful beach with different hues of blue. We got shorts and videos of that up on the channel as well. The tour was just very amazing, and the tour is also on an open air bus, a yellow open air bus, so you get that nice breeze riding through the city all day, which I personally feel like was better than being in a air conditioned tinted bus, so you can't get a real feel for the area and take real nice pictures as you go along. So we did the tour that day, and then I think we got back, took another swim, to cool off from the tour. Went out again. I think we did Wendy's and KFC that night, in addition to some of the stuff we bought from the local grocery store. Because I like to go to, a lot of people knock fast food, but I like to see fast food in other countries just to see what they have versus what we have here, and just how it tastes overall. Just see if there's different items, if it tastes better. Because a lot of those countries, They don't allow things in the food that we allow here, and I touch on that in the Wendy's video. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out. Food was amazing. You wouldn't think it was fast food, but overall, between the activities we did, the um the local places that we ate, and the chain places, I was overly satisfied with Aruba. Um, I would definitely go again. Hopefully next time, we'll go with the family, take everybody, stay at the same place, since we already know the manager, the layout, the area, and it's nice and quiet. It's tucked away from the hotel zone. So, having noise and all that all night. So overall, a great trip. Episode 6 recap of Aruba from the Flight Deals travel series. Excuse me. I want to thank each and every person that has tuned in, gave a like, a comment, a subscribe, shared a video. A lot of people didn't think we could do this, but we did it. We pulled it off. It was roughly a trip every other week for about 3 months. So once again, just thank you guys. You guys made this possible. But yeah, this is our season finale, episode 6, and there will be season 2. We're taking a little break to reformat the content, or the way that we present the content to you on the channel. So there will be a break between season 1 and season 2, but there will be more content going up along the way as we revamp the Flight Deals travel series. But until then, you'll see some restaurant reviews and some other places. Got a couple surprises tucked away for you guys over the summer. But yeah, just thanks again. Please like, subscribe, share the channel, comment, and I can't wait to see you guys. We'll be back with season 2 of the Flight Deals travel series, and we'll have some great footage of places you wouldn't expect coming up this summer. But until then, keep checking out our videos, and we're out. Thank you.